welcome back to BT. You saw Kyle flying over the westbound 401 near Bayview, and that's the first problem on the westbound 401. But we're also looking at another one on the westbound 401 west of Allen in the Express. We have the shoulder blocked off, and it's all because of a collision. Westbound 401 is heavy right now from approaching Avenue in the Express. I assume this is where Kyle is flying to right now, and looks like we may even have a right lane now blocked because some vehicles are trying to get over into the other lane here. So we'll watch this, but again, it's pretty jammed up approaching this issue. Outside of that, we are looking at a slow go over on the southbound 410. It's busy approaching Sandalwood down to about Queen, but not terrible just yet. Southbound 400 is busy through King Road, but otherwise moving very well down towards the 401. And the southbound 404 DVP combo, that is a busy drive from the 401 to about south of Lawrence, but also filling in through here, which is 16th Avenue. So that is a look at what we have going on for your drive. And now I'll send things over to Frankie for a look at the forecast. Morning.
Hey, good morning. Thanks, Steph. What we're waking up to right now is some clouds. We're watching a system down to the south of us that's going to bring in some snow. That snow arrives here in Toronto tonight. It's after midnight. And I know many that watch us are in the snow removal biz, so let's tell you a little bit about what's going to happen. So the snow pushes in around midnight. There's Thursday at 3:30 in the morning. That's when we'll see our first centimeter possibly on the ground at that time. It looks like by 8 in the morning we'll see 2 centimeters, so that's when you can put the blades down. And then as we get to the noon hour, we could see an additional 2 centimeters fall. So 4 centimeters is what the forecast model is showing for the city of Toronto in terms of total accumulation. After the noon hour, we'll see temperatures fall and we'll get into some scattered flurries. So once again, that's tonight into tomorrow morning. Today, nothing to worry about in terms of road conditions. We have temperatures right now -3 on average. That's Markham, Aurora, Pearson, Brampton, Stouffville as well. -1 at the island, -2 in Oakville, -1 as well into Burlington. Daytime high today is going to be 2 degrees. Tomorrow we'll see a high right around +1. Then temperatures fall to -5 through the afternoon. Then down to -17. We get cold with that northwesterly. A cold, frigid Friday with a daytime high of -8. Morning wind chills into the mid-20s. That is a look at the next 3 days weather-wise. Now it's on to Tammy with a look at your news.
And for the second straight day, children at public elementary schools here in Toronto will have no classes as their teachers walk off the job in their labor dispute with the government. The Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario continuing rotating strikes today after a one-day province-wide strike yesterday. ETFO targeting 9 boards this morning, including Toronto and Niagara. Meanwhile, the union representing French language teachers and the government will be meeting today with a mediator ahead of that union's first province-wide strike tomorrow. The OSSTF also will be holding a partial one-day strike tomorrow. And then on Friday, ETFO will continue their rotating strikes, but no GTHA boards will be affected. You can check out a full list on our website, citynews.ca. The Ford government providing a financial update in the labor dispute. So far, they've paid out $7.1 million to parents to help offset childcare costs during the strikes. More than 560,000 parents have applied for support during the rotating walkouts. The credits from the province can provide parents up to $60 when a strike hits their board or school-based childcare centers. Meantime, as part of the ETFO walkout today, they'll be picketing at the Royal York Hotel from 11 this morning until about 2 o'clock this afternoon. That's because Education Minister Stephen Lecce will be inside speaking at the Canadian Club of Toronto. I'll get used to hearing this, COVID-19. That's the new name for the coronavirus. The World Health Organization says that it reflects the name of the disease and the year that it was discovered, and it takes away any stigma associated with a geographical region. Some new images today of the quarantined Diamond Princess off the Japanese coast. There's 39 new cases confirmed aboard one of them today. A quarantined officer was working on the ship. They have also been confirmed to have the coronavirus. The death toll from the COVID-19 has climbed up over 1,100. The bulk of them in China. 45,000 have fallen ill with the disease. 7 here in Canada, 4 reported in BC, and 3 here in Ontario. Other candidates feeling the burn last night in the New Hampshire Democratic primary. Senator Bernie Sanders claims a narrow victory. South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg trailing just behind him after winning last week's chaotic Iowa caucuses. And it was a bad night for former Vice President Joe Biden, finishing 5th overall. Bernie speaking to supporters after the win, taking aim at the man he wants to replace.
Let me say tonight that this victory here is the beginning of the end for Donald Trump.
Bernie also saying that he vows to win Nevada and South Carolina, those next two stops in the race happening later this month. Meanwhile, it seems President Donald Trump was watching, taking to Twitter to mock some of the Democratic candidates, including Buttigieg and Senator Elizabeth Warren.